Hi guys, welcome back to part 2. Just going to cut some plants down. The lights are off because it's just quite early in the morning today. Got a ring light on so if you see it, try and get it, I've angled it away hopefully. Right, so I'm just going to cut some plants down, trim them back. You see, look, these things are great. Just a couple of quid, got about 8 of these, 6 or 8 of these, all different sizes. These are awesome. You need to get some if you want to be doing some fish keeping. Cut away. So these are just, you can use your hand or fingers or little scissors and give it a nice little cut.
Hippie movement.
If there's any fern babies on these leaves, I'll take some of those off as well. And I'll cut some more of these plants back down. Alright. So I'm going to do this a bit of a fast like thing. Like this one, it's a nice small light green colour here. It grows real quick. I'll just take a small clump out there and I can push that into some of the rocks. Nice colour. There's the nibs just took out. The roots on that. That is just pure free plant. Nice new leaf coming here though. A little chubby fat otter, if you can see that there. Can you see that there? No, you can't see that. Just take over. Alright, chubster. Proper chubby that is. Sorry about the reflection, it's just right near my front window. This one actually will grow. It's totally quite an easy growing plant. Let's take a sneak off there. So this is called, I can't remember the whole name, but it's about something 52. So if you know what it is, just let me know. I think something I don't know why it's got the number on it, but it's got a really nice leaf, really nice coloured twigs. Super gluing this bit of wood onto this stone. For whatever reason, it wouldn't stay on this stuff. Don't know why it would glue on my hands. I've still got glue on my nails from it. It took me absolutely ages to get all the glue off my hand, but for some reason it just would not stick to this stone.
You got glue on your nails?
Yeah, I did, yeah, when I was super gluing this today.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, And then I got this bit here glued onto that stone, which is great. I don't know why I couldn't see this. I did try here. What I do is I put like an anubis or a plant here to hide that bit before it did not want to glue. So I got another stone out of my 2-foot tank. So I'll just put that on top to weigh those down. And hopefully that will become waterlogged relatively soon. So the equipment you need is preferably a small pincers to put the plants in, and a sprayer, so in case the plants get a bit dry. And we just need some light from overhead by the looks of this. So 1 second, right, cool. Like I said, got the bottle, the pincers, and you got the plants.
Yeah, that's the wrong way up.
Alright, so we'll stop putting these in and I'll show you as we're going along. Here's the Anubias with the awesome amount of roots. I don't know if I'll cut some of these back. Normally I wouldn't, but because of obviously the size of the tank, I might just cut some of these back. Get some of the ones off with black algae, black baby algae on here. I might cut some of these roots off. Normally I wouldn't, but because obviously the scape's quite a small scape, so I might just cut them off about here or something, so they're all the same sort of length. Yeah, I'm just taking off some of the leaves that have blackbeard algae on it. And where do you reckon this should go, Thomas?
Maybe this could be used to hide the super glue there.
Yeah, I think
Possibly.
so. Let's see if this just fits underneath there.
It does indeed. It does. I don't think we need dirt and gravel, do we?
What gravel?
Dirt and gravel for so we can
Oh, hiding it, no.
Yeah.
No. Well, Anubises, they don't go into the sand, they stay out. They get all their nutrients from the water, from the roots. Okay, just turn it around quickly. So basically all I've done is there's a little bit of the rhizome that I put underneath the wood here to hold it in. That should be enough to keep it there. I hope that won't float off.
Mini mic.
Mini mic's on?
Yeah, I think
No,
my
and that's what the green light means, mate.
Oh! Oh, I thought the green light meant off and the red light meant on.
No.
Oh.
Right then, let's see if we can find a place of this one, I think, in the middle. In there, what do you reckon?
Oh yeah.
'Cause that'd be
That
quite
looks
nice.
pretty good.
And that's also where quite a lot of the nutrients are, is in the middle there. So again, just put this straight in.
But not
So,
too much nutrient.
no, not too much. So it's just like that.
Oh,
In
okay.
there. Just nicely. You place it in, push it all the way down, and then you pinch in and out as you come up, and the plant should just stay there.
Where should we put this?
Well, those ones are going to go at the back here. Oh yeah, I forgot about these bits of wood, look.
Oh, what?
Let's see if we can find a home for those as well. Is that one of
I
those?
think they should go in the tank over there.
That one's underneath, so that's fine. That can stay there. Right, that's
Probably do.
you can put them in as bunches. About 5, I find, in the pincer. There is about the maximum you can put in before they start having issues. Right. And then I'll put this in here.
This.
Yep, that one would do. I'll just put that down there. And I'll maybe fast forward this bit. Oh, you can't even see my face, look. You want to see my face? No? I also got these ones as well, so I'll put those ones down the bottom.
Maybe like put that.
Maybe I'll put this one up here actually.
Maybe put it in the corner or up, or or do another tricky super glue like here.
These don't super glue. These have to go. I don't have to go in substrate, but it is better. See if it will live there. It might not actually live there, but surely no. We'll check it a go.
We'll see as we go along.
So just again, just put them all the way in, and as you pull it back, this. So yeah, all you have to do as you put it down, just go down like that, and then as you bring it back up, do that sort of movement, and it will actually stay in there. Takes a bit of practice.
Oh wow, that one still has some soil on it.
Yeah, this one's quite a big one. This is the fern. Let's take off.
Show them the dirt that is on it.
Oh, well, these are roots because these are same as anubis. Well, same as anubis, so it doesn't need to go in the ground. It's pretty good. It's only got a couple of these there. Look, even got
I think I know where to put it.
some new ones. Hang on, let's just show these guys this. So I'll just take off all these dead ones like this one.
Maybe it should go like in there, in that little crack
Yeah,
there,
that's what
and
I
then
was
it can
thinking.
expand upwards and then sideways from there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Be one of the most dominant plants in the tank.
It would be. It's slow growing. Oh, there's another little baby. That's what they look like.
Oh, mine's gone below.
Yeah. I just got to pull off like this little one here. I don't know if you can see that one. See that? They just grow there, and when they get big enough, they either fall off yourself or you just pull them off, put them where you like, and then the dead leaves you just pull off. Okay, so you just literally just grab it and pull off.
Nice.
All right. So where are we putting this in, Thomas? Where do you think?
I thought we were putting it in there.
That's it.
In there.
Just gonna pull these.
Little crack there.
Yeah. So we worst leaves off.
Hopefully it does not die from being too cramped.
Nah, I like it in there.
Good.
Put that into there. Just wedge it in. I don't know if there's any need for super glue there.
I don't think there is.
Put it in there. We go. So every so often, give your plants a little spitch with water, just to keep them moist.
Don't forget the ones from there.
Yeah, they're all nice and wet in there. Right, let's finish this off. Like I said,
There's a snail
some of
on
this.
there.
Oh, good. That's fine. I'll put it back in the tank if there is. I'll just put some more down here. Oh, there's a big one. Right, I need to find a place for it to go. Right, let's find the space for the refrigerator, Thomas. I was thinking, there you are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like going into there.
Maybe we could put another small plant in the other corner and have one in like each corner.
Possibly. Let's see if it forces in. Oh, possibly my little crack doesn't move. Just put it down there. Nice and gently, like it. It'll stay. No, I'll just stick it in. Let's get a sheet. Let's just hang it down. Put it back there. I can't really see it very well. Back. Go on. Right, that's bad. Normally what you do is you would normally group everything together. It's what they always tell you to do. All the same sort of plants group together because it looks better. For me, it's just as natural, if not more natural, just to put them wherever you want, but next to each other doesn't really matter. It's what it is in nature, isn't it? Let's grow wherever.
We can put some like massive background plants.
Yeah, so even the background plants like this one, we're doing the other back, you can actually put them down the side, or right at the front, or in the middle, doesn't really matter.
Foreground and back.
Yeah, foreground and background. So foreground stuff at the front, background at the back, middle in the middle, isn't it? So you don't need to these plants where they say, oh, this is a background plant. Don't have to put background here, I want. I've got quite a few background plants supposedly at the front of the tank because that's where I want them put. But eventually these ones, especially these ones, they will put out little runners and they will go around the tank. They will just put runners at the top of the stand and then wherever they want, they'll split up again.
Question, what are runners?
Ah, so runners, they come from here. So it's like a root looking type thing. They'll come from the stem here. They'll shoot off and they'll find some substrate and they'll start growing again from somewhere random.
Oh.
And if you don't want it there, you just take them off the runner, replant them somewhere else.
So it's basically like this plant. Some plants have infinite amounts of lives, even if they are dying.
Basically, yeah. In fact, you know, the fern, when they grow the baby plants, it's because the leaf is dying off. So then it just grows more leaves, and then that falls off, goes down the river somewhere, and attaches itself to something else, and then starts growing from there. That's what happens there.
But does it have a different mind or the same mind?
Well, I think it's the same one. I think they just copy themselves, copy and paste.
Yeah, like strawberries do.
Like strawberries, yeah.
You
Quite a lot
can't.
of fruit. And aphids.
Ooh, aphids. Oh, there's a snail.
Right.
Snails.
There was a snail just there. You can see a small round horn snail. I'll put that back in the tank.
There's another snail in there as well.
Sorry, I'll get to it.
Okay.
You'll get to it when I move it. Alright, should we put some down the side? Possibly.
Yeah. Yeah, because the side seems a little bare, in my opinion. Because all I can see on the side is like sand, rocks, gravel, and all the beauty is on this side of the tank, and barely any on the other side.
I won't put too many here because we want to put the filter in it somewhere, and we want to put the heater somewhere.
I think the filter should go there.
Yeah, we'll have a look.
The heater should go over there.
We'll have a little look. See. Oh, look, there's another little baby.
Oh.
I didn't realise I picked up. That's quite a small one, but we'll
I
put that in the same place. I think on top, and it'll grow together.
Child.
As a,
Father child.
they may not stay there. They may just pop off when we put the water in, but we'll find out. And also try and remember to try and find the up part of your plant. You can put them upside down and they will grow like that. They'll just look a bit weird, that's all.
Ocean plants can grow upside down?
These are river plants, but yeah, they can. It's a bit weird, but they do it.
Plant one upside down. I want one upside down. I want one upside down.
At the front here, I might put a crypt, one of those little small crypts in there. I might take a cutting, put them in there, but I might leave that for another day.
Maybe a part 3 if we're generous.
Yeah, maybe a part 3.
If we're generous. And if we're not too lazy.
Well, that too.
True.
You'll see how sometimes it can be quite difficult to get these plants in. Come on, you.
Stay. Try not to disturb that plant over there.
Sit.
He will live a solitary life. He does not want to talk to anyone.
Yeah, don't know why, but this one just broke off, so I'll just plant it somewhere. You never know, it might grow. Even the little ones like this of the stem plants will actually grow. So it doesn't really matter.
Just looks like a bunch of leaves.
Yeah, well, it's got a little stem on it, so it will grow.
Ooh, ooh. I will.
Okay. Right, this part's got some missing leaves across this stem, so we could just cut that across it. It'll still keep growing. So I'll finally just.
Oh, that's a long one.
Yeah, so even without even scissors, you can just go. Stay where the root is, just underneath where the root is there. And you can just plant it if you want, or you can just have it floating.
I think floating would be better.
It's cool. Well, I'll put some floating plants in here.
Yes!
So this one, there's a little space in the middle. Let's see if I can put that in there. That'd be quite nice. In there, see what we can do. Enough colour. Let's like this one.
Let's see how it looks so far. Wow. Sure that looks.
Oh, well, put this one at the front.
It needs to look.
Okay, they're alive, these plants are alive.
Yes, they are. Wait. So it's a small one, the tail doesn't need to be that big.
No, and something like this one. Don't have that.
Probably from that, sending off all around.
We don't need to use these plants, but might as well, as it will help. That was just a nice colour, isn't it? So this will just help the shrimp doesn't eat as well, and for it to help cycle tank.
We got this, let's go.
That's the leaf. And I also might just put, oh, that's right, I might put another little surprise inside the tank as well.
Oh, I won't look. I'm just going to put something.
I'm just going to go in sort of one scape or something.
Yeah, but the leaf doesn't need to be in there. Wait, it can be like food for the shrimp, can't it?
I'll just put it in this.
Can you food for shrimp? What's including this now?
Everyone in there got trapped underneath the woods at some point. Just have a look, see if I can put this in, make it look like a little spot. I might not bother.
Maybe like an offspring of that. Maybe like the foreground over here, possibly. Over in that area.
I just float it, just sink it into the sand. I'll just put it into the sand.
Maybe you took the now I'll show. Let's just talk.
Oh, going to stand. Right.
Okay.
Well, pause you guys there. We'll move everything around, and then we'll start filling up. Right.
And we're back.
Right. So we just got these filter sponges here. What we're going to do is just put some at the bottom, so then it just disperses the water so it doesn't go everywhere and destroy your scape. I'm just going to get scissors and cut these off. So it's a nice, they can actually just fit there, don't worry, I'll go get them.
Okay.
So there, look pretty at the camera.
Okay. So, this is going to be my tank eventually once we fill it with shrimp.
And don't forget about the prize.
And don't forget about the
surprise.
surprise.
So I'll just put that there, and that's where we put the water.
The best kind of prize is a surprise.
That is true.
My mum always says that.
She does indeed.
She really does.
Right,
Every time a prize is mentioned, or a surprise, she goes, the best type of prize is a surprise. Also,
very true.
Also, are you okay?
Yeah, why?
I see a cut. I see you have a cut on your arm.
Do I?
Look, what's that?
Yeah. Oh, I did that. No. But
Feels no pain.
that in there, and then we'll go get some water. Looks like
Indeed, we will.
looks like we need to put that up
Am I
a little bit more.
Dragon Knight.
Right. So that's that. That is the scape pretty much done. I'm just going to put some water in there. As I said, we put that there just to disperse the water, and then it won't destroy the tank then. So like I said, look, multiple uses. I just used it for cuttings for this, and now I'm going to be using it to fill it up. So multiple uses. These are awesome. These are so cheap. You get them at pretty much any supermarket you go to. Go get you some if you're going to think about keeping fish. And a mushroom bucket. I say a bucket, 10 litres or above. I've got 20 litre ones because I've got a few tanks. And these, they're one of the two most important things you need to have. Right. What should you say?
Also, that can also, if you look under there, there's a tiny gap that could be used to store shrimp, eggs, and could be also a shrimp mating ground.
Well, yeah. No, that mostly will do. All right. Let's pause this and we'll start filling up.
So yeah, like I said before, that can be used as a mating ground.
Yeah, if I want to.
Egg laying ground as well.
Okay, cool. This is Optimus. This is from NT Labs. It's not sponsored. I just like to use this one. They're really good quality. If you're in the UK, get these. I think they are going across the world a little bit. So if you want, just double check, see if your local stockist has them in. Again, it's not sponsored. But if NT Labs want to reach out and sponsor me and give me some products to test, more than happy. This is super concentrated, so not even one capful is needed for this, but it's just easy to work out. One capful for about 10 litres. It doesn't even need that, to be honest.
You're just going the overdose this time.
It doesn't overdose, it's fine. Up to about 5 times, it says. So this will basically, that Optimus will take out all the chloramine and chlorine in there and make it safe for the fish to swim around. Okay. Basically what it does is it binds all those elements up. It's to bigger particles, so when it goes through the filter, it actually will get stuck inside the filter, whereas before it will just pass through the fish's gills and causes issues. That'd be too big for the gills, and it's just the right size then to get stuck in the filter and not cause a problem in your tank. Right, just got to turn this light off, so you might not be able to see much. Hopefully you can. put in here was up to temperature. Let's bring this one off there. I basically just put hot water and cold mix up. That's about right. It's low. Right, so what we'll do is I'll sort this back out again, some of these plants out, so they can actually grow in that 2 weeks. Let's put this back where we want it. Best idea to move it. Oh, there we go. Right, where is that split there? So I'm just going to be messing around with this a little bit, just to get the scape back to how it should be. I'm just going to turn the light off again.
You're going to pause recording?
Yeah. Like I said, I'll just speed this up.
Either the back or one of the sides of the tank. Then you'll have to tell me what this surprise is.
Oh, well, if I can't get this in, I'll let you guys know what it was.
Even I'm curious, and I don't know.
No, you don't know, do you? Because I haven't even told you.
No, he hasn't. So don't go all tell us in the comments, because I don't read them. It's his channel, not mine.
And if I do like that, possibly, but then with evaporation and stuff, that's not going to stand underneath the water for long. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to have to do that without a heater. So basically, we're just going to be about 5 or so guppies. But yeah, that doesn't look like it's going to fit. I had hoped it would fit down the sides. I don't think I can get a smaller one, but I'll have a look possibly in the shops, see if I can get a smaller one. And then put the guppies in at a later date. Right, I am just going to get the filter.
We'll be right back.
Do you want to pause it? No, I'll go get the filter.
We'll be right back.
Yep, and it is running. Where's it running? It is running in my 2-foot tank. Yeah, so the small tank, it's running in that one.
Wait, you're taking the filter out of that?
Yeah, there's a little filter that I put in there that's from this tank.
Oh, but isn't there 2 filters in there now?
Yeah, it doesn't need it. I just put it in there to keep the bacteria running. So keep the bacteria alive. Put it in there. I'll put it back in here. All is good. And look, yet another use for this jug. Plastic jugs. Awesome. Carrying a small filter across the room so it doesn't drip on the floor.
They can also they can carry small stuff as well.
Yeah.
They can carry basically almost everything, including a brick if you feel dangerous.
So this,
Do not drop it on your toes.
can just go here like this. It is quite in the way there. So we could move that way.
And the piece of wood's in the way because the rock moved.
Be careful when you're putting it in if there is a rock on something, just in case it smashes the glass. You don't want that.
Also, now you must tell us, what was the surprise?
Guppies, male Endler guppies. I was thinking about putting 5 of them in there.
Nice. Why not any females?
Because that would be far too much, because then they'll be pregnant.
And then they'll give off like infinite guppies.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll have to move them to the big tank and the little tank. And the big tank is basically the angelfish's territory.
Yeah, they would definitely eat them.
Eat them alive.
I'll put the lid on, and then you can see it as it is. I'll get something to flatten that out in a second.
No, I kind of like it the way it is. Now, if we can find the light switch. Oh, I see it.
Look at that.
We will now show you what it looks like. What you run after?
Get the little tool that I need to use. Well, I don't need to use it. As I have the tool, why not?
Oh.
And after you've always fill stuff up, especially for the first few times, there will be some parts that will come up.
Like that?
Like that one, yeah.
Oh hey, I've used this tool before. Remember when I was being silly in the shops?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Fun.
That little aquascape there, aquasoil there that's come up to the top won't do any damage to the tank.
Hopefully.
No, it won't do. It's where it's supposed to be, is in this tank, so
Fish friendly.
it is fish friendly, yep.
Wow, this has gone on for 43 minutes now.
Yeah, but I'll cut it, it won't be that long. I'm just going to replant it anywhere. No, just put it there.
For all the bits I annoyed you.
It's just all because of the rock falling off. But never mind.
Okay.
So shrimp don't really need heat. Ambient will be fine for about household room temperature will be fine. So about
Remember what the shrimp did last
23
time?
degrees will be good.
Remember what the shrimp did last time?
What?
They laid eggs on the filter.
Well, shrimp don't lay eggs. That'll be the snails.
Now that was snails. Hopefully there are no male and female snails in there.
Snails are usually what are called asexual, so they can actually reproduce themselves.
Oh dear.
So they actually need to, especially ram horn snails.
Oh.
All they need is just one, and they can populate it.
Okay. Well, if snails do mate, they get like that little globby thing below them, don't they?
Globby thing?
Yeah, it's like this blue glob type thing. I don't know what it's called. We have not learned about asexual animals yet. So, yeah. That's not for saying.
Okay, this is the status. This is beneficial bacteria. Works really great alongside the Optimus from NT Labs again. Okay, not sponsored, but hey, NT Labs, hit us up, give us some freebies. Right?
Oh, that felt nice.
Not sponsored, okay? Not sponsored.
I wonder.
Right, this doesn't really need much of this, as the filter has been cycling in my 2 foot for about a week or so. So I'll just put 2 in there. I'll only need about half of that, but
just in case.
Just in case, and it only costs pennies extra to dose that up. Right, so I'll be adding this every day for a week or 2 until it's cycled. Maybe not even that. And once this wood has soaked up enough water, hopefully in that time, take the rock out and move it back to where it should be. So I shouldn't use it.
Could it be?
Well, the rock should be back in the 2 foot, but I'm in the actual scape. It's not quite in the right place. But once I take that rock out, there'll be enough room to move it around then. Hopefully that'll be fine then.
Oh, you even put some moss in there.
No, it wasn't on purpose, but maybe.
Moss, like right there.
Yeah, I'll agree. That'll be fine.
Now I got moss for the shrimp to eat as well.
Right, let's just take you off there and show you what it looks like. It's still got bubbles on it. But I'll just take you off here. Okay, so let's escape. So there's the stone just on top there. Once that's all that will do is soaked enough water. Hopefully soon that'll stay there. Well, just give it a
Hopefully by the next time I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
it will have soaked enough water, and then we can put some. Then we can steal some shrimp from the other tanks.
Yeah. Yep. So I'll put some nice grips here, maybe. Feeling before it will look quite nice. Yeah, so there's the filter. Alright. Cool, let me know what you think in the comments. And see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
This is the end of part 3. So we'll wave goodbye. Say goodbye.
See you next time, hopefully, if I'm here.
Right guys, so that's the end of part 2. Come back for part 3 and we put the shrimp in. Now, so like I said, hopefully the wood has taken on some water and it can stay something without that rock, and we can move the scape around how it should be. And then we'll put the shrimp in. It's going to be absolutely fun catching about 5 or so shrimp out that 2 foot.
Oh, it's going to be so dang fun.
I think the best thing is to feed it, possibly, and then they normally just all come out the front. We'll get some little ones and we'll get an adult. Hopefully I can get one that's got some eggs in it. Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe and like the channel and comment on what you think about the new scape here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll catch you in part 3. This is in part 2. So in 2 weeks' time we'll be back. Hopefully that we'll take on some water, take away that rock, and we can redo that scape a bit better. It'll look nicer. Alright. Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.
So Shady said bye.